Good afternoon, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, I think I said in yesterday's vlog I was gonna try and watch an episode on TV last night of one of my shows, and I was like, no, I'm gonna try and go to bed early. I'm gonna try and be good. So I ended up not watching it. I ended up waking up at 7:45 this morning, so I think it paid off. Although I still ended up going to bed late last night. So I don't know, but I ended up waking up actually early, so I was happy about that. I am currently editing. I think when I'm done with that, I'm gonna go try and clean the bathroom. But I ended up pretty much getting to most of everything I needed to this morning. There are some clouds outside right now that I swear they look so pretty. The sky is like a light blue right now, and these clouds are like the puffiest clouds, and I want to share with you guys before they blow away, because I don't know, it's just, I looked at them and I was like, they look like mountain peaks, like honestly, sort of like, I don't know, like snow in the sky right now. Like they just look really cool. So anyways, I guess I'm just totally nerding out over like nature right now and the outside, that I thought I'd just share with you guys what it actually looks like out there. But I thought, like I said, I would start the vlog earlier today because I woke up so early today. I'll show you guys that. I'm just happy that I'm up early, and I'm actually up early enough to witness this. Yeah, guys, like I said, I don't know if those are just, like, they just look so pretty today, and the sky looks so pretty. It's so blue, and those are like the puffiest clouds. Like, it reminds me of the clouds, like, and the blue is the same like shade of blue almost as like in Toy Story. You guys know what I mean? Like that blue with like the puffy what's it called, like clouds from that. Like, it just sort of reminds me of that, and I was like, that looks so cool. Like the other clouds too that are like over there sort of look like a little darker, and you know, like sort of not as like puffy. These ones just look so pretty and so cute. Yeah, like I said, I don't know, I'm just totally like my dirty window in there. Also too, there was in my window yesterday, there was a wasp that ended up somehow making its way into the window, and 2 spiders ended up getting a hold of it, and now it's just hanging in the spider web. So yeah, but I can't do anything. It's not the inside of the window that's dirty, it's the outside of the window that's dirty, and I can't really get to that, so I don't know how to fix that problem. So there is some weird tape though on my window right there, but just ignore that. Look at the pretty clouds that are out there. Like I said, I just love, like, the blue is like really pretty, and like I said, the clouds very white and puffy. So guys, I'm gonna take a shower now and get to bed. I ended up getting done everything on my planner though for today, which was good. Like I was telling you guys earlier, I was editing and got the bathroom cleaned. I ended up finishing my grocery list for all the stores that I needed to. I'm a little bit upset because honestly, everything that I was planning on getting at Meijer, I originally had waited. I didn't want to go yesterday to Meijer because I was concerned that maybe some of the what was I gonna say, like some of the like grocery deals weren't gonna be as good at Meijer as some of the other stores, and so since I didn't have any of the other ads for this week, I couldn't compare like the prices, because like for example, they had watermelon on sale for $2.49 after an M Perks like coupon, and then also too, they had their big 24 packs of like pop on sale too, which my mom's almost out of Diet Coke, and I didn't realize. I kept buying her the Coke Zero because she kept saying that she was really liking that and that she preferred drinking that. So then I stopped buying the Diet Coke, and she's like, well, sometimes I still want it, like, you know, so like she wants to have like both varieties on hand to be able to have. So I didn't know that. So I think honestly we're on our last case of Diet Coke, so I was like, I probably need to go and pick this up. So yeah, but I found a deal that again was cheaper at Meijer than I was at any other store this week. So originally I didn't know if again that was going to be cheaper. I probably figured for the most part, because normally Jewel runs their deal, which is it's $9.99 for 3 12 packs, which is like $3.33 each. But Meijer again with their big pack was $6.49, so it was about $3.25 per 12 pack, because again, if you're buying one, it's almost like buying 2. So again, when I figured that, I was like, you know, I probably knew that that was going to be a cheaper deal anyway, but like with the watermelon, I wasn't sure. And so like I said, there was a couple other deals like that. So the main reason why we didn't end up going to Meijer yesterday was because, like I said, I didn't have the sales papers from those other stores like Jewel. They didn't release theirs until really late last night. Like, I was able to read it right before I went to bed last night, and Valley Produce as well. Caputo's didn't release their like ad until at some point today. I don't know, I was checking it up until the mailman actually came and brought my physical sales papers. And so like I said, I don't know if they were, you know, like what time they ended up updating it and put their ad, like the sneak peek for next week, if any of those sales were going to be cheaper anywhere else. So I actually, the only thing, which they had avocados on sale for $3 for 2, or like $1.50 each. But I looked and I was like, even Walmart's price is cheaper. Like, I looked at that ahead of time, but I was like, I don't know if I want to make a separate trip to Walmart, and Aldi is hot and cold with whether or not they have avocados. So I might still wind up picking up 2, and then I think I'll maybe pick up more at Aldi, but just have 2 as like a backup in case Aldi doesn't have them again. This way I don't have to make a separate trip to Walmart if I don't want to, and at least I know that, again, they're the cheapest that I'm probably going to find them other than at Aldi or Walmart. And again, if Aldi doesn't have them, then I have to go to Walmart, but I have to make a whole separate trip. And honestly, it's, I think they're $1.38 or something like that at Walmart. So honestly, I'd be saving 12 cents, and the 12 cents in gas isn't even worth it. So I just rather, like I said, pick up like just 2 at Meijer. So everything that I had on my list that I made ahead of time yesterday was actually perfectly fine, and we could have went to Meijer yesterday, but again, it was that whole, I didn't know whether or not the sales were going to be as good at Meijer that I was seeing as they might, again, some of the other stores might have. The same thing too with like the meat. Like, I noticed that Meijer's meat, they didn't have a lot of really good sales, or really like anything that we were really probably going to get anyway at Meijer. Like, you know, again, like that were sales that I would have bought. But again, had they had sales on meat, I could have then, you know, been like, I don't know, because I wanted to compare them. But everything, it seemed like, was sort of like buy one get one free, or like I said, like the prices just weren't like, you know, where I know I can normally get that kind of stuff for. But it is a little funny because I was telling you guys how like a lot of times like holiday sales, like 4th of July, Easter, Christmas, New Year's, normally that week right before the holiday, either they'll have really good sales, and sometimes on like specific things, like again, like for example the pop deal, or again certain meats and things like that, they'll have sometimes really good deals on. However, on other, like they'll have like a couple of deals to sort of bring you into the store, you know, like again, like for example, like watermelon or whatever, and you know, that's like a you know, 4th of July staple, that and corn, right? And so they'll maybe have like a, you know, a couple of those stores like a really good price on that, so it kind of hook you into the store. But then it seems like they almost raise prices on things, because at Aldi, literally when I went to Aldi on Thursday, when we went over to my aunt's house, I picked 3 things up at the store. I had to get a head of lettuce, a loaf of bread, and my mom asked me to get a bag of chips. And so I ended up picking up those 3 things from Aldi. And when I was there, I double checked the price because I wanted to make sure that the money my mom gave me to run in the store was going to be enough. I think she gave me like $5 or something like that. So I checked, and the chips were $1 and I think 69 cents for like their 10-ounce packages. I just looked in the ad, and they're now $1.89. They went up 20 cents in just literally a week. And I honestly don't want to say that it's like, oh, because like grocery prices are going up, because honestly, like they used to be $1.49 even before like prices started sort of going up. Sometimes they were even 99 cents. But like I said, normally they were around like $1.49. So I always knew like anything cheaper than $1.50 for chips were always a good deal, because that's what Aldi had their prices. And so like I said, when I saw that, I was like, okay, so $1.69 is like, you know, again, sort of what all the grocery prices are going up a little bit. I expected that. But then to see it go up another 20 cents in just a week, like that's not grocery prices going up, that's them just raising the prices because they know that that's something that you're going to buy because it's a chip holiday and you're probably going to wind up having chips and dips and appetizers for, like, again, your holidays and stuff like that. So that's why it's important to pay attention to the deals and the sales that you're getting, like, near, again, like those holidays and stuff like that. It's sort of like that hook that they wind up getting you in on, again, like, oh, this is a really good deal on, you know, like, again, this thing, like, Aldi did have a couple of good deals on meat, and so I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and pick those up. But then again, I wind up seeing that some of the prices on their actual things that people will probably be buying for the holiday, they actually raised the price on it, and it's not lower than it was. Because like I said, I can't see how they've raised it 20 cents in just 1 week over, again, you know, like, they'll probably then bring it back down again to $1.69 like the following week, or again within a couple weeks. I really don't see them keeping it at $1.89. And at first too, I was like, well, maybe it's like the bigger size, like, you know, party size pack or something like that. And I double checked and looked, and I was like, no, that is like the 10-ounce size, like that's like a regular bag of like Lay's potato chips too. Because then I was looking at Meijer has the Lay's potato chips, I think, on sale this week for $1, and I think it's 89 cents also. So I was like, I could get the Lay's brand instead of getting the Aldi brand for the exact same price this week. Or maybe even Meijer had it a little bit cheaper, like $1.69 or something like that. But we have chips. I don't need to get any right now. Like I said, I literally just bought some the other day when we went to Aldi, and we still have like a bag or two of unopened chips. I don't know why in the pantry. Normally those always seem to be the first thing to go, but so if we need them for like the holiday, whatever, you know, if we're planning on doing chips and dip, I have them. But like I said, I thought that that was really, like, I noticed that even too, like, during like, what's it called, Christmas time. At the very beginning of like the baking season, like the beginning of December, their like sugar and flour was actually really cheap. Then by the end of the baking season, like right near Christmas, like again within maybe a week or so of Christmas, like the sale or two right before Christmas, their prices went up. And again, this was back in December, so I don't really think that it was the grocery price thing. You know, again, everything's sort of going up in price right now. This was, again, a while ago that I, you know, again, 6 months ago that I noticed this, and that wasn't really an issue back then that I, again, saw. And so, like I said, it was really more that they raised the price closer to the holiday because they know that you're going to need it and you're going to have to buy it, so the price is going to wind up going up. Like, that's sort of, like I said, what I've noticed and been paying attention to, and really trying to, again, make sure that I'm not buying things that I know aren't as good a sales as they can be. So like I said, with the Meijer deals, I was like, you know, again, looking at like the pop, you know, like things that I know are going to be on sale. And again, too, like the chips and things like that, like I expect to pay a little bit less for chips than that, but like all these prices really like gonna be that much. And so that's why I'm almost wondering and wanting to look at like Walmart and see if like they have even maybe their party size is actually either they could have it on rollback, again, because it is one of those like they want to get you in the store, so maybe they'll advertise that it's on rollback, or also too because the party size might be cheaper because it's a bigger bag than what Aldi's is for their smaller like regular size bag. So if that's the case, then Walmart might be at the place that I wind up going and picking chips up. You know, again, it might not be this week, but like if I do notice that Aldi's not lowering their price on those again, like I said, I don't know, it just seems like sometimes stores do wind up doing that, where, you know, I noticed the same thing too with chocolate chips at Aldi at the same time too. It's sort of the same situation with like the flour and the sugar. I noticed that chocolate chips were like $1.49 or something like that at like the beginning of like December, or maybe even like the end of November or something like that. And then I noticed like again that week or two right before Christmas they went up to $1.99, and I was like, oh, I thought they were like $1.49, because literally for the last like 3 weeks before that they kept advertising they were $1.49. And then again, if it's like an emergency thing, like you're like, oh my goodness, I have to make chocolate chip cookies now for like Christmas or whatever, and you run out to the store to go and get the ingredients, you're gonna be paying a lot more than if you again, buy it earlier ahead of time. So that's why that is like my motto, sort of, is always to buy those things when I find them on sale, when I know that they're probably the cheapest I'm going to see them. And again, right now is just really, really weird for me because like I always sort of have this like running list almost in the back of my head of like, I know what that price is, or I know what's a good price for that item or whatever. And now again, with all of these grocery prices going up and things like that, and ounce sizes changing to some products are actually, instead of raising the price, they're just shrinking the size of the package. And I forget what that's called. It's called like shrinkflation or something like that, where again, instead of like having like you know, it being a 10-ounce bag of chips, it might be like an 8-ounce bag of chips, and they don't raise the price, but you're actually getting less. The same thing too with cereal. And like, this is a thing that has gone on for like forever. I read an article about this that was like years ago. So again, this isn't like a new thing, but like, you know, it's just right now, again, with all of that, it's like really weird for me to like sort of be paying attention and like keeping that running list when I know things are constantly changing right now. And so it's kind of driving me a little bit batty because I'm like, I don't know what the good price on that is anymore, and I don't know if that's again a good time to buy that. You know, like that was sort of my thing with eggs too. Like I've seen eggs like slowly start to go up, and I was like, $1.49 for eggs, like that's sort of expensive because I'm used to paying under $1 for eggs, and now I can't find them under $2 for a dozen. And so when I saw $2, I was like, wow, that's a good price. But again, it's that whole, I don't know what a good price is for things anymore. And so when I do see a sale, I don't necessarily know that that's going to be the best sale that I can find right now, because again too, things are just a little off. And also with like chicken and poultry, I think right now, especially because they had the bird flu, like that's why eggs and chicken and like other poultry is a little bit more expensive right now. And like chicken breasts, I can't find under like really $2.99 for the most part. So I did find a package at Aldi. It was frozen, but it was actually thin sliced chicken breast that was under $2.99. I think it was like $2.66 a pound. So again, I'm not used to paying that much for chicken breast, and I wouldn't really, except my dad did ask to do chicken skewers. And again, to buy that, I looked during Father's Day, they had them on sale. We bought them before for I think $2.49. And the best price that I saw on them for Father's Day, because I was thinking of getting them because my dad really likes them, was $8.99. And I was like, absolutely no way. I am not paying that much. So I will make them myself. So we've got marinade. I can, like I said, do them. But I know that was one thing that my dad did ask for. He was like, can we do that for like 4th of July? And I was like, I'm not paying like, and I didn't even see them on sale, so they'll probably be like $10.99 because there's no sale on them, and I am not about paying that much. Like, it doesn't matter. Well, like I said, I will do it myself and make them, and I was able to do the shrimp skewers, and everybody said they were really good when I did them on Sunday. I have no problem making homemade chicken skewers, but I am not gonna pay $10.99 a pound for that. I know that that is like ridiculously overpriced. You know, and again, even $8.99 when I saw it during Father's Day, I was like, that's way too much. So I think $2.99 was the most I ever paid for that. But again, I know prices will be going up, but still, that seems like a huge increase in the price. So I was like, nope, I'll make them. We'll get them ourselves, because again, I can do probably, I think it came in like a 3-pound bag or something like that, so it was like 6 something. So again, I was planning on doing that just myself from scratch, sort of from scratch. I'm not raising the chickens, but I will just, like I said, have the chicken skewers and make all of those. So again, that is one thing that's been a little, I guess, frustrating for me though, is, you know, knowing like what's a good price now and we know when I should buy things. I did finish making my list today though, but I'm a little upset because again, we could have went to Meijer actually yesterday, but we're gonna go tomorrow instead. So I guess it is a good thing though, because I would have kicked myself if I would have been like, oh my gosh, like a different store had watermelon for $1.99, and that was what I was sort of thinking. But the cheapest I saw it was $2.68 at Valley Produce, so I was like, okay, well $2.50, you know, pretty much at Meijer is going to be the best price then. So again, I'm, you know, like happy that I waited, because I probably would have been more upset had I overpaid for something I knew was going to be cheaper this week. So that's why, like, I really can't go to Meijer any earlier than like on Tuesday would be the absolute earliest that I probably could go, because I need to know what some of those other like sales and stores, you know, other stores have sales on for that week, so I can compare, because that's what I do to make sure that I'm getting, like I said, my best price on the groceries, which it's funny too, looking at this week's groceries actually might be cheaper than last week's was, because I actually have less stuff to buy, although I am going to buy a lot of meat, I think, but I do need to check to see like what the plan is too, because I don't want to overbuy in some of the meat stuff and then realize like we're not gonna make this. Like I was gonna get maybe ribs, but I don't know if anybody wants them, or also too if my dad knows how to cook them on the grill, and also too like it's not the best price again, but comparatively it's pretty good. So like I said, I don't know what we're gonna wind up doing in that situation, but like that might be one thing I buy, I might not. I'm thinking of getting more hamburgers, because Valley Produce has got a deal on them. I'm thinking of getting brats from Aldi. Again, I'm thinking of getting the chicken breast. So there's, like I said, a couple of things at least that I am planning on getting as far as meat goes. So that'll probably, again, push the budget up a little bit more, but I'm actually thinking that we're going to be at or below what we were last week, which is pretty good, because again, normally on holidays, I expect to pay more money, but some stores looks like they're actually raising prices and doing the opposite of what they normally do during holidays. So I'm a little disappointed though, because there's really not that many great deals going on, as like, I mean there still is, but like I don't know, it's just not quite as good, especially like as last year. I paid a ridiculously high amount last year on corn. For some reason, 4th of July, I could not find corn like on sale anywhere. This year, I actually found a good deal on corn at Meijer, so I'm happy about that. Like, I couldn't find it for like under like, I think 75 cents or something like that last year, like $1. It was expensive for some reason. I don't know what kind of corn shortage there was last year, but like that's one thing that I'm like, okay, well, like, you know, we have a deal on that. I don't know, things are just, again, in the grocery world, really weird right now. So anyways, I will see you guys though all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.